morning. Yes. How y'all doing? This is MoonGoddess777 coming at you on this very early Wednesday, Wednesday, Mercury Day morning. Get my eyes right. I normally be working during this time, so I'm glad to have time to get up here and spread some balance, wholeness, oneness, unconditional love, healing, and harmonize energy to assist us in our ascension and our grounding and balancing out and what we may be experiencing at this point with all of the planetary alignments and the DNA and gene and chromosome upgrades we're going through spiritually. I hope everyone is support my simple healing, my simple of healing and unconditional love. We are expanding. We really are expanding, and it's happening. It's happening in real time. We are accepting donations and volunteers. We getting ready to have more ways to connect with and interact with our organization. Um, some donations and stuff are coming in where we can help more of the people in need. Like it's a lot of homeless, a lot of hungry people. I mean, they are literally like hungry, a lot of more homeless and hungry people. I've been doing this since I was a kid, via with my grandmother, and when I was in the Christian church. But I have continued this on a personal basis, and I just started my organization a couple of years ago on black and white paper. But I've actually been doing this solo since a kid, honestly, in every place that I live and um each location from my house I was feeding and still doing it, up until to this day, feeding people even on a basis where I'm going to different locations. I'm gonna probably do another channel. I've been told I need to do a channel about the Maya temple because people need to see what I'm doing. I normally don't show it. I normally don't tell people that I'm feeding, even if I tell people, I don't go around advertising it. But I think it's such a need for people to get assistance, and people really don't believe that people be doing this until my advisors was telling me I really need to show people that I really do. I'm about that life. I really do be helping the people in need, anybody, like even animals, and I love doing it. It's just me. It's nothing that I'm trying to get any kind of fame or notoriety about. I've been doing it and I'm used to doing it. I was raised that way by my grandmother. May God bless her, my big mama. And it's just something that I noticed that it's just that's what I love to do. And it's so many layers. I do art. Like I said, I normally am working during this time of the morning. I'm not just sitting around and waiting for somebody to, give me something so I can help myself. I'm trying to help other people, and I've been, told to get at me about how I I try to look out for other people before I look out for myself, and I need to stop throwing myself under the bus. And I just can't stand to see people hungry and stuff. And if I can't help them, then sometimes I'll take from my own, whatever I need to help people. And I do have to have balance with that. And I'm learning, I'm getting better with time. I'm learning to, I have been the sacrifice. That's what I was called to do, and I did my call. I just told someone this morning. I said, I was a sacrificial lamb to break the generational curses, and not just for myself. Shout out to Chief Pontiac, Rod Hayes. Not just he confirmed some stuff that's been, I've been channeling. I was a sacrifice and the sacrificial lamb to break not just the generational curses for my bloodline, but for other people's bloodlines. And I'm grateful to have been I'm grateful to have chosen myself to do that. I am honored and I am grateful. I am so grateful because I mean, I'm seeing everything in real time. Eyes have not seen, nor have ears heard, nor has it entered into the hearts of man and things that Big Mama, righteous Father Spirit, the Son, he whom the Son sets free is free indeed. The daughter, the ancestors, the spirit guides, the archangels, the 16 prophets, the royal cosmic family, nature, the universe, the Orishas has prepared for us. Don't get me to. I'm feeling that. Who? I'm feeling her. The Holy. That Kundalini. Don't get me in here. And I know. I'm about to. Who? I've been singing. I've been singing so many spiritual songs that Christian. You know the songs I grew up singing. The old hymns like Why should I feel discouraged? And why should the shadows fall? Why should my heart feel so lonely and long for a heaven and home? And see, y'all, when I was in the church, I used to say Jesus, but I found out that Jesus is Isis, a woman. So I'd be like, when Big Mama, the spirit, guides the ancestors, and I say, righteous Father Spirit, the Son, the daughter is my portion. So I say, when I know she is my portion and a constant friend are they. Their eyes are on the sparrow, and I know they're watching, and I know they're watching. I gotta close this. And I know they are watching over me. And I sing because I am happy. Oh, yes, I am. And I sing because I am free. Mama's eyes, righteous Father Spirit eyes. I said the Son whom he whom the Son sets free indeed. Eyes, daughter earth, the ancestors, the Orishas, the cosmic royal. See, we got a lot of people. Look, we think that when we are born here, we're gonna keep you a little excited tonight. I ain't gonna just be here. Yeah. See, we think that when we born, I've been doing this for days. I grew up singing gospel, and I'm gonna get back to the singing. But sometimes I notice the song will leave me. But when that song come back, it get better and better with time. It get better and better. See, and I sing because I am happy. Oh, yes, I am. And I sing because I know I'm free. Oh, I know freedom means. See their eyes. See, you know the birds mean the ancestors. Their eyes are on that little sparrow. And I know they're watching. I know, no, they are watching over me. And I've been noticing that we have to blend out, not blend, we have to harmonize and balance. And I'm talking about balance. And I'm a Libra, Cancer Libra. Go, I'm a Cancer Libra. So I'm all about balance and stuff. And I have learned to get my emotions more in check and not be so logical. I mean, you can't be too far righteous to the right, and you can't be too far to the left. You got to be somewhere in the middle of the. I'm serious. Shout out to Sister Myra Moss. It's another one. I'm giving y'all some people y'all need to check out. Um, so I've been singing and enjoying the vibing of the harmony of the music, and I'm listening at my tone and stuff, and I'm like, I know what I'm really singing. I thought I knew what I was singing about in times past, but honey, I know what I'm singing about now. I really know that I know that I know. Then there's another one that I was singing. I said, uh, I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days and some sleepless nights. And then I go back to, I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days and some sleepless nights. Sometimes the clouds hang low, and I can't hardly see the road. I ask the question, Lord, Big Mama. Why I gotta go through so much? I said, why I gotta go through so much pain? But you see, she knows. Righteous Father Spirit knows. They know. The ancestor know what's best for me. Although my weary, weary, weary eyes, they can't see. So I'll just say, thank you, Mama. Thank you, Big Mama, Mama Water. Thank you, Righteous Father Spirit. Thank you, Son. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, daughter. Thank you, Spirit guys. Thank you, Archangels. Thank you, 60 Pro. Thank you, Cosmic Royal Family. I, I won't complain. See, God is the goddess and God, Father God, have been so good to me. They been so mighty good to me. More than you or this old matrix could ever be. They've been good, so good, so good, so good to me. See, one day when I was down and out, and they say it sometimes it looks so dark. It's been times when it was so dark, I just wanted to give up. I didn't want to be here no more. I was like, you know what? Hell with this. Like I'm tired. Like it just seemed like I can't win for losing. But it was right. They say right in the midnight hour. So you gotta go into that darkness before you can experience the light. Cause what comes out of the darkness is light. So sometimes you gotta be alone in the midnight hour where there ain't nobody, you don't feel it. They there, but you can't see them, but it feel like you all by yourself in the wilderness. In the valley of the shadow of death. See, it was right in the midnight hour, right before the sunrise. When that night is trying to keep that sun from rising, because that in the nighttime we can't see. That's when the creatures come out. That's when they tell us to be afraid. But can't be afraid of the darkness. You can't be afraid of doing the shadow work. You can't be afraid of facing your worst enemy and your best friend, which is yourself. The dark in the darkness. Where they say the demons, and the demons a lot of time be within you, yourself, that you need to face. See, it was late in the midnight hour. See, she came. I said, Big Mama, Righteous Father, Spirit, the Son, the Daughter, the Ancestors, and dry all of my tears away. Turn my midnight into day. I said, turn my midnight into day. And I'll just say, thank you, Big Mama. I'll just say, yay. Thank you, righteous Father. I'll say, yay. Thank you, Son and Daughter, Ancestor, Spirit, Guides, reaches, Cosmic Royal Family. I won't complain. See, they dry late in the midnight hour. See, they gonna turn it around. It's gonna work in your favor. See, I don't want you to give up. I want you to hold on. Cause sometimes when you think it's the end, it's a new beginning. Let me stop. Let me get it my subject. Okay. I done flashbacks of being that gospel. Y'all was a gospel singer. They picked me as a new artist pick. These groups and stuff, these rap groups wanted me to sign with them. I was producing myself. I was doing my thing, performing for these artists, these big time people and stuff. But at first I wasn't making no money. Then they started paying me all this money for 5 minutes, but I ain't sell my soul. No, I always want to stay independent. And I stopped because it seemed like my family were trying to be crabs in a barrel. So I just went back into the medical field and I wrote that book, and there it goes again. So um yeah, I mean, I'm grateful and everything. We're gonna get into talking about this stuff. Did y'all see what Dr. Phil, not him, the other man, white man, what Jerry Springer left them black children all his money? When left the kids the kids he had with his wife a house in Louisiana, but he left them children he couldn't see. He said he was in love with that woman. What's her name? Melinda. And then after he left them kids, did y'all see that? I know it might not be the best thumbnail, but did y'all see them black children expression? They act like they didn't even know that was their daddy. I was like, and then at the end he said, America need to do the same, y'all. So that means Jerry Springer is saying that he was giving them kids their reparations. He gave them black children a head. What about what my? I was like, is my daddy a white man? And did my mama not tell me the truth? And is my do is my hey, I want my reparations. Stop. No, but that's man. He know what time it is. He know. So he said they better follow suit because it's time for us to rise back into power. This was all the hours that they took and they lied and changed their identity so many times and told us that were from a far land. And all the while we were prisoner of wars as we are today. And we have been misclassified, disenfranchised, misidentified as being from a far away land, when in fact all it was census genocide and name changes. Say it with me 3 times. Census genocide. Census genocide. Census genocide and name changes, identity changes, indoctrination, brainwashing, and religion. Yeah, shout out to Mama Water. Um, yeah, that's amazing though, isn't it? They know it's time for what is it? Retribution, reparations, retribution. It's time for even with the indigent service, every 7 years they're supposed to clear the debt and let the people go. So it's been way over that. It's we've been prisoners of wars too long, and they say they pay every other country, but they don't just owe us money. Oh, they need to give our fucking land back. This is our damn big mama shit. When they came here, the women owned everything, and those foreign men married the women and made them think they needed protection. And when they married them, the patriarch flipped the script and put everything in the man name and made it so the woman had to be subservient under the man and stuff. But the women own everything, and it's on my look on my community page. I got stuff up there about it. And what is it? The Vivian Hunter, Mama Zobi. This is the book, The African Goddess Unveiled, Mama Water. Just look up Vivian. What is it? Vivian Green, Mama Zobi. She wrote all about it. So did this lady I want to interview, because may Mama Zobi rest in power. Vivian Hunter, she's passed on. She's transcended. And I'm grateful for her, the work she did studying what they had took out of history and hear from us about that. We were the indigenous women, the matriarch, and the patriarch took the matriarch and Mama Water daughters down and stuff, and how they enslaved, raped, sold us off, and pillaged our temples, our cervix Amphi temples that represented the holy womb, which is the ark, and the womb is the holy temple. One more time, the womb is the holy temple. The womb is the holy temple. I will show y'all an exercise that for the ladies, to a tantric exercise to show you it's not really nothing it's nothing really big. It's just where you breathe in deep through your nose. You take your tongue, put it at the tip of your mouth. You want to get the soft part. You want to put it at the tip of the soft part. You breathe in, and you think about loving your womb and healing your womb, and just think about all the energy and power that it possesses to create life, and just tapping into how much you love it. But I'll get with that a little later, when not in this segment, but once we talk about more healing and stuff, because you don't want to get into doing the tantric until you've done your shadow work and healed, because it's very, very powerful and deep. And I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself, because when I started doing it, I had to do some more healing and shadow work too, because I had a lot of mommy issues and daddy issues, and I thought I was over them, but I wasn't completely over them. So I had to do some more work before I started getting into my tantric practices and exercises and stuff. Yeah, because that's dealing with Big Mama and Big Mama Water, Kalima, 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 my unai, Kalima, 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 my unai, Kalima. Kalima, 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 Uma Shivaya, Uma Shivaya, Uma Shivaya. Don't let me get to doing this right here. Shit, I got this. This is I hope my booty ain't showing up here. Yeah. I hope my booty ain't showing. Okay, y'all know this represents. I hope my booty won't show on it. Okay, we've been using this in church all this time. It's the sound of the rattlesnake. This is power. And I'm learning this from my other book, talking about the Haitian religion of voodoo and all that. I'm studying it. I've been had the book. I've done told scholars that y'all follow with millions of followers about this book. I done referred. They asked me about it, and I gave them the information. Some of those Pan-African people, I done hooked them up with a lot of information. But anyway, Uma Shivaya, Uma Shivaya, Uma Shivaya, Uma Shivaya, Uma Shivaya, Uma Shivaya. Last time I tried to play some music, they try to give me a copyright. I can sing my own music. Oh, Kalima, 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 Uma Shivaya, Uma Shivaya, Uma Shivaya, Uma Shivaya, Uma Shivaya. Okay. Anyway, now, y'all know Dr. Phil said we don't need reparations. And even though I think that they really don't feel like we should get them after they've given all these other ethnicities and stuff reparations, I think that maybe he was saying that we as a people might not know how to manage the money, but what gives him that right? Because didn't he come from, he wasn't all that, he didn't have all of that when Oprah Winfrey, a black woman, an indigenous woman, put him on. So that's a spiritual thing. They know that if the indigenous people, it might be a few that go out there and fuck it up, but they know that we're waking up and realizing what's going on. They're afraid that if we get the money to go with our creativity, imagine having the resources and the wealth, which is inevitable. It's gonna happen. We're not gonna be. They know we just done woke up to who we are. They know we got rich blood. But imagine having the wealth to go along with our creativity and our mindsets that we're waking up into now. Because see, we were walking around asleep, and a lot of people, they don't tell us this, that before you turn 30-year old, your brain hasn't developed. You're still not an adult. They do things in reverse. The system tell us that when a woman is 18 and I guess what is 21 for a man, that's crazy. That they're an adult. No, you're not a full grown adult till after 30 years old. Your brain is not fully developed. You walking around here like a child zombie, really, before 30 something. 30, like 30. Yeah, honestly. And I've done some deep studies on that, but that's sad that they would tell us that a child of 18 and 21 is grown, and you got parents putting these kids out, and oh, you need to get on your own. They have nowhere, especially some cultures, people that's been disenfranchised. The kids are getting kicked out at a certain age, and they're not ready for it. They're not ready, and it's people, it's vampires out here waiting. Even some children need guidance with college. Like they don't need to be off to themselves. They need maybe to stay home and go to college. But some of these parents, they just ready to get on with their lives and stuff. And these kids they don't be ready. They really don't be ready to launch. And I know me, I was on my own at an early age, and I really didn't have a choice because I had personal situations with parents of being sick and mental illness and stuff like that. So I didn't really have a choice, but I wouldn't do that to my child or co-sign for that, because I know how it was for me. Like if I hadn't been if I hadn't have been raised by my grandmother and had been as savvy as I was and protected, I may would have ended up. I won't perfect. I done made a lot of fucking mistakes, but I was guided enough as far as my internal me guiding myself and being so much of a I'm a Cancer Libra and those other placements I got. I just be like, no, I cannot do. I was able to provide a decent life for myself, and I was able to figure it out how to get money in pretty much most say 80% legal. I might have done my little stuff in the back in the day as far as like broccoli or whatever, distributing broccoli a little bit, but you do what you have to do. But as far as having to actually sell my body and do things like that, I didn't have to do that. But I don't knock women, because I know that a lot of women, they don't feel they have any skills. But I mean, I went to school early on, but I was still a slave, even even people that get degrees and stuff. Like I got a trade, but later on I got a degree. But you still a slave. They can end your job at any time. I mean, you're not a sovereign. You're not free. You don't have your own. You're not an owner. You know what I'm saying? And I had businesses too, so I knew what it was always to be volunteer. I would always simultaneously volunteer and help people in need, because I was taught that. I mean, that's how I was raised. I would always try to have some kind of hustle or business going on. And I think back then I was more of a hustler. Now I'm more spiritual with stuff. I fight spiritual battles and I do things more spiritually. Back then I was more physical. So I was like going to school during the night, working all night, going to school during the day, got a business, got this, got that, got a store, blah, 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 got a car detailing business, got a landscaping business, got a tree set. I mean, and I didn't realize how many people were so jealous of me. Like, for what? But I guess I might have been an asshole back then. I don't know. Maybe I was. Because I know when I was into religion, I thought I was so holy and righteous and stuff. And that self-righteous shit don't get you nowhere. What they say, the pride coming before a fall. Shit, we are one. We are the collective. But I was also putting on a front because I was really insecure, but nobody never knew that. I put on such a good fucking front. And I was always like knew how to dress and look and put myself together. So I would always have the right car, the right place to live, and I got to, I would get some of the best jobs, like the jobs I would get, because I knew what to go to school for, and I knew, how to carry myself and be very, which is good. But I had this guy call me what do you call me? He said, yeah, you act like that at work, but people don't really. Well, I said, nigga, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be able to be professional on the job. You supposed to be able to, what, you hating on me? I'm supposed to be able to go in there and make that money and be professional around them white folks. When I clock out and I do me, that I'll be a whole different person. That's how I learned how to balance now. But at first, it was, I guess I was more so, no, I always been sort of balanced. But as I started knowing myself more, I took control of it. I became in control of the balance or whatever. But yeah, I had this guy tell me like, you gotta work in the day. I dated him for years. He's like, you gotta work during the day, and you miss professional this, and then when the nighttime come, you a hoe. I was like, damn right. And I don't care what you think or anybody else think. I'm gonna be me. But he was like, telling me like, oh, you can't be out as a lady at that time of the morning. It's not safe for women to be out. I go to work. A lot of times I work in the evening back then. And now I work in the evening. So when I get off the bar and still be open or whatever, I might go out with a couple of friends. I might come back out of the party again. And he's like, a lady's not supposed to do this. And when I moved from the little small area I was from, I was a little wild, as far as not wild with men and all this stuff, but I was just like so not used to being in a place where it was so much. Well, then again, the little area I was from, it was popping back in the day, but it wasn't popping like that city that I moved to. So I was like the it girl, and I felt like I had the key to the city. And I was just, anytime I go somewhere, I'm VIP, and I got this, I wasn't big headed. I was just enjoying it and taking it all in. And then I guess I was enjoying it a little too much, and I had to balance it out. Yeah. Yeah. Cause now I don't want to go to no parties. So now I be loving to chill and just be laid back. Cause I think I missed my prom, cause I was a child that had to grow up fast and get on my own. So I missed my prom as a teenager. So I was trying to relive that vicariously when I got a little, I was in my, I was trying to regain that, and I regained it over and over again, living that, missing the prom. Yeah. I missed my, I didn't enjoy my childhood, my teenage years or whatever. I didn't enjoy those years. So I went and got them. I damn sure did. I enjoyed myself. I sure did. I missed out on it. So, and I did it at the what is the word I'm trying to use? I did it at my own advantage and whatever. I wasn't at home. I was on my own and paying my bills, but I enjoyed myself. Yes, I did. And, at the expense of myself. I still spent time with family and did what I was supposed to do, but I just, I felt like I needed to get that out of my system and live a little bit, and I got married so young. So I had, yeah. If you don't do it, you're going to do it sometime or another. You got what, it ain't what goes into a man that defines. It's the stuff that's in you that come out that won't. Yeah, you have to have balance though. So what are we talking about now? Dr. Phil and his reparations take, they, like I said, they know if we get that, a lot of us get that wealth with that resource, don't let them give our land back and the resources and all that. A lot of us already know, we got it in us knowing how to grow things and cultivate things and very creative, you know what I'm saying? And we know how to lead and if you don't know that you can do that, it's in you. We are the collective. We are wonderful. We are great. Once you tap in and start healing yourself, and when I say tap in, I mean going within, doing your shadow work, facing that little girl or little boy that where you got hurt or fucked up at, or SA or raped or whatever happened to you, verbal abuse or where you got hurt at, you going in the darkness then, and you taking that darkness and you creating light and you healing yourself. Once you heal yourself, you leveling up, and you knowing your birth chart and knowing your purpose and stuff. But it takes time, and then grounding yourself and sun gaze and moon gaze and just talking to the ancestors, even veneration. We as a people, they have taught us that it was demonic to venerate our ancestors, taking the food and the drink to the trees and cooking them something that they might have enjoyed when they were here, lighting a candle, putting a plant on a little table or area and venerating them, putting their picture up there and strengthening them. Maybe if they like something, you might cook it, or chitlins or cornbread or whatever, a meal that they like. It's nothing. All the other cultures do it, especially them Spanish people, and y'all, we see what they be doing. They come over here with nothing, and pull together. They know how to work as a unit and about La Familia and that. Yeah, that's all I got to say. I just say no more. Then Booker from New Jersey, the senator of New Jersey, Kennedy was trying to pass a bill for fentanyl that would give them more time, not for the crack cocaine, not for the cocaine, not for the, they trying to get it so now they legalized all this damn time of locking all these people up for selling broccoli and marijuana. They want to legalize it now because they don't figure out how to make money with it. But when the Indians, American Indians, the Browns, the blacks were making the money, it was considered on the level of fucking paraphernalia. You be scared to get caught with it. You going down for good, like you done sold some fucking. We knew it all the while that the shit won't nothing. Marijuana grow in the earth. All the drugs been here. Man, just take it and exploit it and manipulate it for nefarious purposes and shit. They use drugs and shit to meditate and connect to the astros and shit. And psychedelics and all that, but they use it, and that's just like they took this is getting off subject a little bit, but just like they took and did with the strippers and with prostitution, how they did that, the priest of Ammon, which were the mommy water priests, men, they turned their back on Mama Water and her daughters, and these are the Levitican priests, the Levitican tribe. I named family member those names and didn't know when I was that was the tribe that turned their back on the mommy water priestesses, the nomos and the mama Reese's and all them. They enslaved them, their own sisters and mothers and stuff like that. That's what the curse is about. It ain't about turning their back on Father God. It's about turning their backs on Mother God. So if you want to break the curse, you need to turn towards Big Mama. Turn towards the divine feminine energy in yourself first, man, because that's how they divided us, by telling y'all that you can't be crying and then getting in touch with your man. I ain't saying go right here and complaining and be emotional as a man and just all the time, but you have to be balanced with the masculine and feminine energy. But they told y'all that anything they told us to, anything about a woman or divine feminine energy is demonic and dark. The woman is the evil. Don't trust her. Blah blah blah. The Jezebel thing and demonizing the woman and everything. So that comes from the Adam and Eve story about the patriarch taking down the matriarchs, and that apple, that serpent represents that Kundalini energy. That's the Holy Spirit. That's the mommy water. What type of serpent was it? It was a cobra, or what is the other one? It's the cobra. Or is it not the black mamba, but it's the cobra and the another kind of serpent. It's the serpent that was looked at as the mama water. She mixed with like a fish. I got a picture up here. I got a picture. See, I drew it. It's a matter of fact, go look on my community, but it's hanging up there. I drew it. It's like a mermaid, which is mommy. It's mommy water. That's where they got the mermaid from. You might can't see it, but it's got the it's on my community, but it's got the breast and all that out, and the hair all curly, coily hair, and the fish tail mermaid with the snake, the serpent wrapped around it. But that's anyway, I drew that. I'm an artist. In many things, but yeah. So the Ammon Levitican priests, they turned their back on the mommy water and her. These were their family members. It was when the Iranians and the Philip Mordesia, Alexander, the not so great father, infiltrated ancient Africa and Kemet and all that, and influenced them. They weren't just them. It was so many other groups of people that infiltrated Kemet and Kush and all that. And influenced them to turn against the upper Egypt, which were the mommy water tribes of women. They influenced them to overthrow them. So that's what we have now. It started out with sexism, them taking down mama water and her daughters and putting up them father God and all this and that, and putting up the male deities and all that, and they're saying that they created the female deities. When we know ain't nowhere in the world no man done created no woman. The woman creates the man. and woman, the child, the male child, and the woman creates that. Ain't no. So ain't no man came, ain't no woman came from no man real. That's that patriarch bullshit. But and the Old Testament was written by all women. The Old Testament, the men stole it. The patriarch and them stole it. The Romans came first. The Greeks and all them. It trust. They all stole the women, the oracles, mommy water, and them writings, and use them for their own benefit. Even with the dancers and stuff, even with the orgies and stuff, they had birthing temples. They had temples where they would go in and they would have intercourse based upon the planetary alignments, even creating babies on certain dates. They wanted to have certain children to bring them into this realm for a certain reason. And somebody told me that I might have offended them because I said back then when they had babies, they got together for to create a certain type of superhuman with a certain type of gene set that they brought together. Now that's what they were doing, and they was having these intercourses and stuff on certain planetary alignments so they could bring these people down for a purpose. They took us away from that shit, especially when they took down the matriarch. The matriarch had it all figured out. They even used to stimulate the little boys prostrate. Now they say that you can do it with the finger in the anus, but it's also under the, what we call the balls, but the penis, they raise it up, and it's under there too, where you can stimulate it because the prostate's supposed to be stimulated. You don't necessarily have to be invasive, as Dr. Blair, may he rest in power, the ascended master, Dr. Deborah Blair said. You don't have to do it as far as the anus. You could go under the scrotum and massage that area under there to stimulate the prostrate. But see, a lot of people done got weird. They molesting kids and all this kind of stuff. That shit been going on for so long. You don't even want to get into that because these people ain't right. They mess with their own children. I ain't no motherfuckers mess with their own biological kids. I thought it was the babysitters and the step parents and stuff. And it ain't just the men, it's the women too. But they get away with it, man. Because they, don't you stay by a woman. You don't hurt a woman, don't do bad stuff. That's a damn lie. Some of these women worse than men. And these men is savage. They just, oh, man. Yeah. Some of them. Not all. It ain't even a woman thing no more. It ain't no color thing. People just, it's a spiritual thing, y'all. It ain't even no such thing as black and white. That was created in the 1600s to divide the working class so the 1% could have control over the masses. So it ain't really no such thing. We failed the color test, but it's a spiritual thing. But these people savage. Shit. They savage out here. You better be walking and discernment. Yeah. And no, and be protected. Not just physically, but spiritually. And yeah, I wouldn't stay in no state. As an indigenous woman, I wouldn't stay in no state where I couldn't stand my ground. I can't care. Oh, hell no. No, I would not stay in the state, and I'm in a severe state now, and it ain't all perfect, but I don't think I'm going nowhere no time soon. Hell no. If I go somewhere, I'll be leaving the country, honestly. And I let my tribes, y'all close to me, know if how y'all want to do the same fucking thing. It ain't no shame in my game. I'm about building and helping other people, not just about I'm the only one that can do it and I'm so special, but I'm trying to build teamwork. Like, shout out to flights. Teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah, Dolo, he say that a lot. So I shout people out. And yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work. And I have some surprises coming up. Oh man, I told y'all that I've been upgrading, trying to upgrade and it's I got to do it now. All this procrastination gotta go because I got an interview coming up. Oh my God. And I'm gonna talk about it once I get my little stuff set up a little more. But I told y'all it was happening in real time. Yes, and it's about to be on and popping because I've been consistent. I could do better, but I didn't give up on myself, so it's coming. Yes. So I'm very excited about that. Like I said, I'll talk about it a little more in the future. What else? Oh, the player, Ja Morant. Is it Ja Morant? Yeah, that's y'all don't realize the influence of that music. Let me tell y'all something. They say he listened to NBA YoungBoy. NBA YoungBoy is the equivalency with that energy of Hitler. And see, people don't study Hitler. They be sleeping on him. That motherfucker won't no fucking slow lead. He won't just about influence. He had a good and big influence on people. But that man knew how to make a he was into that stem cell research. He knew how to make people limbs and stuff grow back. And that's kind of, and then he knew how to clone. They allegedly, they said Hitler was cloning way back then. He could have known the secret of how they raise and bring the dead back and stuff too. Like that. What is that movie, Serpent in a Rainbow? You remember how that potion they had over there on that movie in Haiti? How them people die and they give them that stuff and they come back as a zombie. Hitler knew some shit, so they did not kill him. They brought him over to the United States of America, LLC, to advance Harvard and Yale. Yes, him and his team of science. You think they're gonna get rid of shit? Okay. And stem cell, yeah, they been cloning and stuff. That's what he was doing, a lot of experiments, and he was working for them. You know who Hitler was working for, Ashley? They want to act like it was all on him. No, he was being funded and backed by them crazy ass queen descendants of England. That was the group that the cousins, they kept wanting the cousins to have children so they keep the bloodline in the family, and that made them motherfuckers psychotic. Look it up. Made them crazy, and they was the Nazis that backed Hitler. It wasn't just him. He was backed by that group of the royal family line, that was them kids, them boys, that was the children of which they all keep it in the family. But these motherfuckers came out psycho. They were them kissing cousins psycho. Well, them they came out like really fucked up. I go deep in my study. I be joking. I keep it lightweight and make it make sense, because you can't be on here talking to people and be like, oh, the physical causal racist proportion shit. Don't nobody understand that shit. So you gotta break it down. You can use a little bit of big words and shit, but you gotta break it down so everybody can digest it and understand it. Make it makes sense to everybody. Because I realize this American language ain't the shit. This education system ain't nothing but indoctrination, whether you go to school, college, and get all these degrees. And I'm a big person of trying to go to school, been going to school all my life because I want to be somebody, and been getting all these good jobs and And man, spiritual. I take the spiritual route. Yes. For 300 elevations. Any day, I had to lead a physical. I had to lead the material and go into the spiritual, and now I'm balancing it all out. Yeah, I had to lose it, let it all go, let it go, just walk away from everything. Basically, people looking at me failing. I can't believe this lady was all this, and they look. I mean, people when you black folks is so materialistic and shallow sometimes. Every day, what? Child. But anyway, like I said, NBA YoungBoy has an influence similar to Hitler. I hope she see this. I got a girlfriend that listens to him, and they say them white girls go crazy. Oh, listen to that little boy. I listen to his music, and then when that man sing, let me straighten out his nose. He be singing from his soul, and them people be feeling it. So he calling out. He calling out to his tribe, and they loyal because they feel that music. That's how Lil Wayne, Kodak Black is another one they don't need to sleep on. And Lil Wayne, and what is it? Some other ones that ain't mentioning. Kevin Gates, he another one. But these people know how to tap into that. They tapping in, whether it's low vibrational, it could be low vibrational or high vibrational or balanced. But they tapping into like a musical messiah type thing. I guess if it's low vibration, it's a musical like demon. But they tapping into something like he's calling out to people. People do that. They can call they try. They got a way to signal their people, they tribe. If they tapping into their art, they're gonna attract the real tribe. And maybe he one of the people that's got an army. I mean, I don't think that the gangs were started out as like they doing them murking the other people that look like them. I think from my understanding, it was like the chiefs of the land started out protecting the communities, and they were protecting the communities against any kind of danger as far as police brutality, hunger and all kinds of stuff. That's what my understanding is. That's the history of the original gangs. And they got infiltrated. When they got infiltrated, they started getting influenced to murk each other, and they got led by agents and stuff like that. Even with the rituals and the signals and signs to actually put them into a state of worried about a color and harming each other. Because what is it? Blood. My blood. My brother. All my brothers in the Crips stand for something like, and then the MS-13s and all that, it stands for something a little deeper than what this government is telling us. I know the MS is the mother, somebody mother, somebody mother, but anyway, I'll get into that some more and study, and then I could give y'all the exact meanings of these gangs, what they actually originally meant, where they originated from. They weren't like they are now, or in the last several years and stuff. So um yeah, like I said, that music is influencing these people, and for that guy to do that with that bang bang, twice, he's just about that life. Like he ain't he probably don't feel bad or remorseful about it either. He being true to who he is. He don't want to be. He probably don't care. He probably don't care. He probably don't really. We probably we probably say it's done for him to risk that losing that money, but he probably don't really care no more. Like, people getting to the point where they don't care. They tired of being controlled. They up there. They're being their authentic self. And I used to be afraid to show my authentic self. It took me a little while to be able to be authentic. And as far as showing, even coming on this is a big deal for me. Coming up here and doing what I'm doing now, it's a it's a big step, because when I went on the Judge Mathis show, I was angry because I was being sued. But to just come up here now and be able to vibe and love and compassion and what I'm vibing in, and be authentic and vulnerable, and don't worry about what somebody got to say about me, and I'm free, and frankly, Charlotte, I don't give a damn. Oh, that's a big step for me, because I used to hide who I really was, because I didn't think that, I was like, if they really know this about me, that they might not. I don't give a shit. Somebody like me. Look, like that woman said on Friday, he said, "You got a beard or what?" She said, "Well, somebody like it." Damn right, somebody gonna like it. Um, just stay grounded. Manifest your heaven on earth by what you think and what you say, because there's a lot of shit going on around us. It's like you gotta balance out with the good, the bad, the ugly, the negative, the positive, the right and the left, but you just stay somewhere in the middle. And you do that by your spiritual baths, your incense, and if you don't know what that spiritual bath, look it up. Look, they got it on all over the net, whatever spiritual baths in the books. Walking barefooted in some soil, preferably like in nature, not on no chemicalized area, but the best you can to get into the forest, or if you can't get where some trees, a bunch of trees is, and sit out, connect with the trees and stuff. Make sure it's a real old tree. I like old trees that I know been there for a while, because they got more occasion records and history and stuff. Because see, I've been in the trees since a kid, since I started walking. That's helped me a lot. Yes, that helped me a lot. But the trees and just connecting with nature, moving bodies of water. Hey, I just felt some good energy. Yeah, and I know that's my ancestors. They like what I'm doing, and I like what I'm doing too. Yes, I like what I was giving myself a pat on the shoulder. I was telling somebody all I do, and I wasn't tooting my own horn or trying to brag, but sometimes you gotta pat. I was like, I am a philanthropist. I'm a activist, a volunteer, and I have a nonprofit. I do this, and I done that, and I done accomplished this. People won't tell you get well done. You got to tell yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to tell yourself. It's not. Sometimes it's not even in. How can I say it? Sometimes you are already there, but it don't seem like it in the physical, but you already done made it. I just I'm gonna leave you with it. You already done made it. It don't seem like it in this physical matrix, but they know who you are. They know you are royal. They know that you have stepped up to sit on the throne. They know. They know, they know, they know. Well, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I've been up here a little while. I need to make some more shorts. You see my short where I had my ancestors' food up there? I need to make some more shorts. I think I'm gonna make some shorts of this with me singing, maybe. Yeah. Well, y'all, this is Moon Goddess 777 coming to you on this early Wednesday morning. And I'm signing out. Y'all support my y'all's temple of healing and unconditional love. I see y'all soon. And you keep vibrating high, staying grounded, and staying balanced, and walking in unconditional love, compassion, and healing, and creating your heaven on earth by what you say and what you think and your actions.